You know what? You know what? I hold on. Give me once. I got to fill my cup back up. I got to fill my cup back up. I got to fill my cup back up. I got to fill my cup up. Got to fill my cup up. You probably can't hear it, but it's okay. I'm gonna fill my cup up though. If you can hear it, congratulations, congratulations. Cause this right here, is exactly why I will not have to worry about watching a good old first take tomorrow because I already know what the opening line's gonna be. Spoiler alert for all of y'all. Let me go ahead and let me get comfortable. Hope you guys are in a moment where you're taking a moment to sit with yourself. You know what? Not even. I'm gonna do the intro first. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Prime Time, aka Flowswell. And this, unfortunately, is the inaugural, if you will, episode of the Primetime Podcast. I was hoping that I would not have to do this alone, but at the same time, I was prepared to do it by myself just in case. You looking at the screen right now, you see what it says. It says Tampa Bay Buccaneers 31, Dallas Cowboys 29. I'm gonna call this podcast. Matter of fact, the Primetime Podcast, as great as that name is, because the Primetime Podcast is just not about the NFL, and I'll discuss that more at the end of the podcast. So we're gonna call this portion the "How about them Cowboys?" How about them Cowboys? Because tomorrow, when I wake up, I have no reason to go to watch Stephen A. Smith on ESPN. You know why? Because he's gonna say whatever could have went wrong was gonna happen for the Cowboys. Because this was one of those games, y'all. This was one of those games. And you know what the worst part about it is? Look, I'm gonna be honest with you. I wanted to go to bed. I really wanted to go to bed at halftime. Cause I was like, don't really. I like when games are kind of a blowout for the Cowboys because then I can just go to bed and I ain't got to worry about it because they're gonna lose and everything's great. Because I didn't predict them to win this game anyway. I really didn't. I was already in my mind saying, "Hey, Vegas line if you out there gambling." It was Tampa Bay -9, so I was already like, you know what, Cowboys not gonna win this game. They're not gonna win this game, and it's cool. But after halftime, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna give it a couple of drives, and by that time I can go to bed. The game will be over with. It won't matter. And what happens? The Cowboys do exactly what they do to me every single year. They give me this hype, okay? They give me this belief that maybe, just maybe, they're going to win a game. This game, whatever game, a game, if you will. So in my mind, I was like, why am I doing this to myself? I do this to myself every year, guys. I do this to myself every year. I don't know why. I try to tell myself, do not get caught in the theatrics that is the Cowboys. But just it's like a drug. You know what I'm saying? Like I keep coming back, think that I'm over and I'm done with it, and I just show up. I'm like I said, I already did the intro, but how about them Cowboys? You know what I mean? How about them Cowboys? I just want to say, for the simple fact that there's a couple things I'm talking about in this game. I'm gonna give a couple of awards, so that way you understand. But I want to start it with this right here. I'm gonna start it right here, so that way y'all can understand. This ain't your typical cowboy podcast. I have no problem taking a giant dump on the Cowboys. And I'm only being censored right now because the first couple of minutes of YouTube, if you know, you know. I need to be a little censored. So I need to make sure that everything that I say after a certain point is going to be regulated because I'm going to say some words that are not would be favorable with my mom. But I'm gonna start with this. That way, first and foremost, great game. I mean, for an opening night game, I couldn't have asked for more in terms of the theatrics that would make me be like, oh my God, I can't go to sleep watching this. Because honestly, I didn't think this game was going to be close. I thought Tampa Bay was going to rout the Cowboys. I'm a Cowboy fan if you didn't know. But I thought the Tampa Bay Buccaneers was going to rout the Cowboys. I could have went to bed. Everything would have been all right. But instead, and then because I love you guys, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this podcast right now. So give me a second. I'm going to take a little sip. And yeah. So this this right here, I just want to talk about a couple things that I noticed in the game. You know what I mean? Like I said, it was a game where I didn't come in. I had called my dad at halftime. He's a Cowboy fan too, and he was like, and he told me. He said, if the Cowboys were playing any other team than the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, we would have beat them by like 40 easily. And I'm actually gonna be in agreement with him. So if you didn't watch the game and you need a little summary, if you will, the Buccaneers won 31-29. There was a lot of penalties called this game. Do I agree with them? Nah, I'm not gonna pretend I do. I'm not gonna pretend I do. First thing I want to start with before we even get into this podcast, these numbers, the numbers that the players have, I enjoy the fact that they're giving them the freedom to finally give them the numbers that these players want. Oh, hold on one second. Let me get that out though. Why that shouldn't even the bottom part of the screen shouldn't even be there. I'm sorry. I don't know why. OBS is there we go. I'm sorry. All right. Um the numbers that players have now, because I watched Leonard Fournette, who is like number 7, go against I want to say I don't know who it was, but anyway, he had like number 7. He got tackled, and the dude had this weird number, and I kept thinking like, why are two quarterbacks tackling each other? It's weird, but you know what? I'm glad they're giving them the freedom to express themselves because you know what? Maybe those college numbers mean something to those players. So therefore, when they can wear those numbers in the league, if you take the restrictions off of the numbers, if you will, it gives them something to hold, something that's sentimental. You know what I mean? Um, so yeah, I agree with the numbers. I'm also gonna start this podcast with saying that hey, or this episode, if you will, because this will continue. Tom Brady, he the goat, man. Let's just call a spade a spade. Tom Brady is the goat. He's one of the greatest quarterbacks, if not the greatest quarterback, and I have no problem admitting that he's one of the greatest quarterbacks I've ever seen in terms of just the way that he goes about the game is amazing. It's amazing. I mean, you if you're looking at the screen right now, you see the numbers. Tom Brady, 32 for 50 for 379 and 4 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Okay? Dak Prescott, 42 of 58 for 403, 3 touchdowns, 1 pick. And like I said, this game is one of those games where I just kept thinking like, you know, the Buccaneers, they should have lost. If you're a Tampa fan, I'm sorry to tell you this. If you're a Tom Brady fan, you know you should have lost. Okay, let's keep it real. But I'm gonna tell you why you shouldn't have lost because, like I said, this is the realest cowboy podcast you're ever gonna come across. Because you know what? First thing I want to talk about is like I said, I already talked about the numbers, but CD Lamb had a big I mean I guess you can call it a drop. The ball went through his hands. That's what gave Dak his 1 interception. Would that have changed the game? Who knows? I'm not gonna say it would. I'm not gonna say it wouldn't. But it would have been impactful. But you know, it caused Dak to get his first interception, and that killed us. That kind of killed the Cowboys, if you will. But I want to say this right here. Let me do a little scroll, if you will. If you're looking right there to the left, you see Ezekiel Elliott, 11 carries, 33. Zeke lost all this weight, and I guess that boy ain't eating no more because I mean we didn't really give him the ball, but yeah, I need Zeke to get big again. I want him to want to eat because he ain't eating nothing. This is not a game about running. Okay, not a game about running. If you look at Dallas's receiving yards, Amari Cooper, big game, 13, 139. CD Lamb, 104. Michael Gallup, I want to say this. Michael Gallup, I'm not saying it would change the game, but Michael Gallup getting hurt, I don't even remember if he came back in the game. But Michael Gallup getting hurt was a game changer. I like Michael Gallup. He's like if you remember some of them old Pittsburgh Steelers teams where you had like Plaxico, and I ain't gonna say Hines Ward, but I want to say like they had a speedy guy. Can't remember his name off the top of my head right now. If you know his name, who I'm talking about, you know exactly what I'm saying. Put it in the comment section. Michael Gallup was like that speed dude where he just run one route, and that run route is a fly. That one route is a route where you just run a fly route. You just going up the field, and he just makes those type of catches. You know what I mean? I once he went out of the game, I was like, okay, you know what I mean. Um, but the boys showed up. I want to make sure I make it clear that the boys showed up. They should have won this game, and yeah, there was a couple of moments. Like I said, going into that third/fourth quarter, CD Lamb made big plays. And it was just like, okay, we are in a scoring position, but Dallas has a red zone deficiency, if you will. And I don't know how much you want to agree with me or not, but Blake Jarwin, Dalton Schultz at the tight end position, I'm not saying they need to invest on the tight end, but they need like a big time tight end. I feel like that kind of killed them since they weren't really trying to run the ball when they got close to the red zone. Tony Pollard, who, as you can see right there, Tony Pollard, Dallas has this weird thing where like the backup slash third down running back, who's supposed to be like the catcher slash speed guy, uh, he's always at some point been better than the guy who was starting. We've had this with Felix Jones, Marion Barbarian, and if you know the story, Demarcus Lawrence, no, not Lawrence. God, I'm so terrible with names right now. Like I said, don't worry about what's in my cup, but just know it's in my cup. We always have these years where the starting running back gets like super, super, super looked down upon because of whoever the third down type of guy is, because he does these things. The third down guy is always like a Christian McCaffrey type player who can catch the ball, Alvin Kamara, if you will, who can catch the ball, and he just looks so much better than the starting guy. Where you be thinking like, why are we playing this guy who's starting? Why are we paying this guy? Yada yada yada. And I mean, even Taylor Ball, who had 4 catches for 29 yards. Like I said, he did what a third down guy is relatively supposed to do, in terms of you're not supposed to be getting a bunch of touches, but when you get the touch, you're supposed to make the best of it. That's just how it goes. But for the Cowboys, it always been, in my experience, watching from back like the Felix Jones type days, where the third down type of guy is always the guy who does some miraculous things where you tell yourself, if you're a Cowboys fan, well, like, God, why are we not playing this guy more often? So I'm not putting this on the running game. Couple of things that I just want to point out. Connor Williams having number 52. I was like, who is this linebacker on the offensive line and why is he here? I don't know why he picked number 52. Maybe that's the number he loves. I don't really know, but he had that holding penalty that really screwed us over. So I thought. We're gonna talk about what really screwed the Cowboys over. But yeah. Um Man, the Cowboys do this thing where they want you to watch. And if this was Jerry Jones marketing to be like, hey, we're a quote unquote America's team, because I mean now that Tom Brady ain't with the Patriots, let's just call it spade a spade. The Patriots is they're gonna be what they're gonna be, but they ain't America's team. I mean, it's the Cowboys still. Hate it or love it. You know what I mean? Like the world watches when the Cowboys play because either you love them or you hate them. The Cowboys, they do that type of thing where they make you want to watch the game and they make you want to stay up when you don't want to, and they just do stupid shit. Yeah, that's right. The time has passed where I can kind of say what I want to say. Like Tyron Smith on that holding call, if you know what I'm talking about, he had a real big holding call that would have took us from a first down play to like 2nd and 20. But I'm not even mad at that. There's only one player on the Cowboys team that I'm actually mad about. I'm not even gonna scroll down the stats because I don't even want his name to be present on my screen. I'm gonna talk about him in a second, and if you know, then you know, because if you watch the game, then you know exactly who I'm talking about. If you didn't watch the game, then hey, like I said, you're getting a little recap with me. Um, but I want to say this though, like what I said, what an opening night for football. Golly, having fans back in the NFL stadium is so great. I mean, having a lot of fans, not just the little pity patty numbers that was going in, but it's nice having fans back because it makes the game just that much more. The electricity, if you will, you can feel it. And like I said, there's a couple things I want to talk about. The first thing I want to talk about is the fact that the Cowboys have this game won. There's only realistically, if we're gonna be honest, as a Cowboy fan, that they should have lost. Outside of the fact that the Cowboys have bad luck, and I'm not gonna talk about it just yet. But I want you guys, because I want you guys to listen. There's a couple things I noticed in the game, and one thing that kind of caught my mind was the fact that if you know, then you know, because I love football. Giovanni Bernard, he's still collecting checks. That blew my mind because I thought after that Cincinnati run, we was done with Giovanni. But hey, you know what? Collect them checks, Giovanni. Who am I? I ain't mad at you, baby. Do what you got to do. But let's talk about this game winning drive. 'Cause Tom Brady once again did what he always does. He gave you a game winning drive, and in that game winning drive, there was a there was a push. It was a push so bad that even the announcers thought it was a push, and the head replay used to be an official up in New York, wherever that dude is. Even he said, "Oh, I thought there would have been an offensive push." Yeah, even he thought it was an offensive push. But you know what? We can't let the Super Bowl champions at home lose that type of game. I'm not saying that's why they won, because trust me, that's not why they won. They didn't win because of that push. Make no mistake, Chris Godwin, you got a good little push off. It won the game. You know what I'm saying? It won the game for them. Like I said, perfectly done for Ryan Sukup to kick a game winning field goal. But if we're gonna talk about why the Cowboys won, I mean, don't worry about what's in my cup once again. If we're gonna talk about what the Buccaneers won and the Cowboys lost, take another sip. We gotta talk about how I, you know what? Because this is the inaugural, so y'all understand where I'm coming from. We're gonna have one on a 1 to 5 on the how about them Cowboys rating, which one will be how about them Cowboys, and 5 being how about them Cowboys. That'll be the number. I'll sound like that. I might be a little bit more enthusiastic, but we coming off a loss right now, so I can't pretend like I'm that enthusiastic. how I will sound when I say how about them Cowboys. Uh, if we're gonna talk about what really happened, we gotta get this big old. I mean, it's fat, cooking. I shake. God dang, I can't even watch Shannon and Skip tomorrow because of the simple fact that I already know what Shannon's gonna say. Shannon gonna give a big hot ale to Greg Zerline. As I used to call him Greg the Leg, but now I'm gonna call him Greg the Dead because his leg is dead as a mofo. This man missed extra points. This man missed. I mean, I think he did miss like a 60-yarder, which I mean, hey, I get it. You missed, but he missed extra points. He missed field goals that honestly Dallas should have won this game, and you ain't gotta believe it if you a Cowboy hater. But when you watch that game, I know you cheered when Greg Zerline showed up on the field because when he showed up on the field, I just started putting some more alcohol. I see why the Rams cut him. See why the Rams cut him. I don't even know if that was his last team, but if that was the last team, I see why they cut him. Because man, when the game mattered most. Okay, yeah, he did come through. I'm not even gonna cap. He came through when it mattered most. He gave us the lead when it mattered the most. But all the field goals he missed all the way up to the game winner, like what the fuck? I mean, I ain't no kicker. I ain't never kicked no football a day in my life, so I'm not gonna cap and pretend like I'm some dude who can kick a football and kick game winners. But Jesus Christ, like man, if he could have gave us just one field goal, the whole dynamic of this game would change. But like I said, the Cowboys are always known as the team that will break your heart when you believe in them the most. I believe this, and maybe I believe this because of Stephen A. Smith saying it so fucking much, but I I understand now. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't come into the game. Tampa Bay was a 9-point favorite. Tampa Bay -9. And I just in my mind I was like, there's no way the Cowboys are gonna win, but it turned into a shootout. Because I will say this, for what it is worth for my Cowboy fans, for us faithful Cowboy fans, the Cowboys are a good team. Great? By no means, no. They're not great. But they're a good team. This is a game they should have won. They had it. We all know that they had it. And I'm not saying we all in terms of just Cowboy fans, but just the simple person watching the game would think that, oh man, the Cowboys should win this game. Shout out to Michael Parsons, by the way. You're a rookie, and I was like, oh my God, like you are God tier. Man, let me. The defense. I'm like I said, like my dad told me, if this team was playing anybody else, which honestly, I'm not really sure about this division because you know it's the NFL, excuse me, the NFC least. The Cowboys should win this division. There's nothing more talented than the Cowboys. Look, here it is, right here, 3 for 5. Don't worry, Greg. I'm coming back to you. But like I said, the guys did what they was the boys, the boys. They did what they were supposed to do, man. And you know, I'm not even gonna pretend like I'm really not that upset. Trust me. If I was really mad, if they done some real dumb shit, trust me, I would slaughter them into pieces. I'm not even a Dak Prescott fan like that. Like I thought that we should have paid Zeke instead of Dak. Well, you know how it worked out, because I thought Zeke was gonna be more, but I also know running backs die quicker than quarterbacks. Cause hello, Tom Brady. But Dak, I gotta give you the award for what a comeback. I mean, his first couple games, even though I think we also lost all those as well, but Dak looked magnificent tonight. Dak did everything he was supposed to do to win us this. The offense did not lose this game. The defense did not lose this game. It was Greg the fucking dead leg Zerline. Are we going to replace him? Probably not. We're not. I'm sure there's going to be some cool. I ain't even going to say cool. Um, there's going to be some interview with him. He's going to be looking all, I just got to be better. I just got to do, I just got to get the reps. I just got to get more prepared. I had back surgery. First of all, Cowboys, why did you sign a kicker with a bad back? I'm just, anyway, like I said, man. Once again, these Cowboys, they have the ability to win this game. Honestly, it, as soon as we get the field goal to take the lead, I was like, oh great, we're gonna give the greatest fucking quarterback of all time, Tom Brady, time to come down the field to try to just get a game-winning freaking field goal. Which I already look, check, cash, deposit. I already knew what was gonna go down, but I thought maybe just maybe just maybe, there was a point. Well, maybe. I mean, after 2 interceptions, maybe he'll get sacked. Maybe he'll have a. I mean, the man at one point literally slipped. Okay, he slipped and threw the ball. And Michael Parsons, which by the way, I love you. I love you. I loved his game. He played great for a rookie. Amazing game. He had an opportunity to I ain't gonna say to get an interception, not the ball, anything he could have done. But also this goes back to the fact that when Gronk had a real big catch. Let me run through the defense real quick so I can make sure I say the right name. Of course, Anthony Brown. Good God, Anthony Brown. Anthony Brown needed one tackle to keep Gronk in bounds to prevent him from getting out of bounds. Now, would that have changed the game? I don't know. I don't know. It doesn't matter at this point. But Anthony Brown could have stopped Gronk from getting out of bounds. Maybe would have been a game changer. Would have ran some time off the clock. Who knows what happens? Yada, yada, yada. If was a fifth, then I'm going to take a sip. We all be drunk, right? But, yeah. Dallas's defense, great. Dallas's special teams outside of kicking field goals, good. Dak Prescott, good. Does this mean this team is Super Bowl bound? Hell no. We got to get through Tampa. Regardless of whoever we even think about as a Cowboy fan of just getting to the Super Bowl, because I'm not even putting it. I mean, I'm getting us winning. I think we'll win the division, but I think we're going to lose in like the first round. Hopefully I'm wrong, but hey, it is what it is. Either way, it goes through Tampa Bay. You know what I mean? I feel like, I ain't gonna say Tampa versus KC part 2 is coming around. But I mean, if you're a betting man, you be foolish to not even think about it. But Dak Prescott, I'm not the biggest fan of Dak, but has been Dak played like he knew he got paid and had to show why he got paid. Cause Dak put us in a position to win, and that's all I can ask. I mean, he came back from an ankle injury, threw 403 yards and 3 touchdowns. Like what more could I have? I mean, he threw the ball 58 freaking times. I wasn't even expecting that with him coming back the way his injury. I was watching that game. Um, and I just I'm happy for the Cowboys because they show that hey, they're willing to put up points and they're willing to play good defense. Like I said, at the end of the day though, they're willing to play good defense. I mean against teams like Tampa Bay. But at the end of the day, there's a difference between Super Bowl winning teams and there's a difference between contenders. Super Bowl winning teams win these games. Good teams get to these games. And that's just the truth of a matter of fact, if you will. Tampa Bay, after winning the Super Bowl, they look like a Super Bowl winning team. They did everything they were supposed to do to win this game. They treat this game just as big as it was if it was week, I guess, 18 now. However that goes. We'll say playoff game. I ain't got time to think about it. But they played this game like they played game one like it mattered. You know what I mean? They didn't have this is a Super Bowl hangover. We're just gonna relax. We just gonna no. All these games matter. Like I said, do I think Dallas wins the division? Absolutely. We're gonna talk about that in a little bit. We're gonna I'm gonna branch off a little bit after this, but I'm just yeah. Another thing I want to take away from this game. Um, I don't know if you guys were watching, but did y'all see AB without his helmet on? It was a play. He made a catch. His helmet came off, but AB clean shaved, got the locks at the top. You know what I mean? But AB didn't look crazy like he used to, because AB had that moment where we thought, ugh, AB, you need to get it together. But I mean, I can't really say nothing when you got 5 for 121 and a touchdown. You know what I mean? A tutty. Like AB don't look like AB look like, hey, I remember I was the best wide receiver in the league and I'm supposed to be going to the Hall of Fame. Like AB looked great tonight. I mean, I know they were talking about how AB looked as they made AB sound like he was gonna be Randy Moss. I mean, granted he did have a 47-yard play, but they made AB seem like coming into this season, AB was in his best shape he has been in a while as far as physicality and speed. Like he was gonna be Randy Moss to Tom Brady in that one season, which coincidentally, wink wink, they lost in the Super Bowl. You didn't hear it here in the first episode of the Primetime Podcast, but you heard it here just in case. Um, because last time Tom Brady had Randy Moss, if you don't know, then you're too young, which is ridiculous. I don't know why you listen to this. I'm joking. But yeah, I was really really impressed by the Cowboys. So as far as how about them Cowboys getting a W? The team wise, no, they lost, of course. How about them Cowboys getting a W as far as the award goes? I gotta give it to Dak Prescott. I did not see Dak Prescott coming back looking the way he did in his first game. I didn't think as far as the nerves and the jitters go, of course, but Dak was very impressive. But if you remember Dak last year, I'm pretty sure we had some games where he looked like this and we still lost. And the difference between a Super Bowl champion and a really good quarterback is you look great, you put up stats, but you lose. I mean, Aaron Rodgers was a baller last year. What did he do when he found Tom Brady? Took a L. I mean, it's hard to beat the goats. You know what I mean? The goats of any sport will always for the most part dominate till their time is past when it comes to the sport that they play. But Dak looked great. Do I believe in Dak? I've always been on the fence about Dak. I'm not really sure how I feel about Dak. You know what I mean? Like maybe this game wasn't the oh my god I'm a Dak fan. Oh my god I'm a Zeke fan. You know what I mean? I believe running wins the game. Because running kills clock. But I also understand why you need a great quarterback because this league is now more pass proficiency is at a higher rating than anything we've seen. I mean, look at the ratings in this game. Dak had 101 point, well, I guess point five, but 101.5 rating versus Tom Brady's 97. Like that's ridiculous for two quarterbacks to have high ratings like that. Like in a league that I could say, I mean, I'm 35. Um, 10, 15 years ago, you had to run the ball to win the game. That's why people like, some of your great running backs from back in the day who could dominate King Henry, great perfect example. King Henry, who is, I don't mean to diverge off of this. Like I said, this is a cowboy podcast, but I wanted to discuss opening night, like I said, but I like the fact to just put it back to perspective. I like the fact that this more passing like proficient league, passing proficient league. Um, it looks good in terms of getting us number. If we're gonna have games where it's gonna be 31-29 and 30 and 40 plus, because defenses have been they're gonna be held back. I mean, even Tom Brady spoke about it, how defenses are going to be penalized for even good bad decisions. Yeah, bad decisions. So I mean, if you haven't pulled it up, just look up Tom Brady talking about defenses in the NFL, because he says that defenses are being penalized for bad mistakes by good quarterbacks, or just quarterback offenses in general. Um, but this game was a shootout. It was great. It was great for the league, because you know what, having Tom Brady being good for the league. Having the Cowboys being good, even if they lose, good for the league. Because it makes people like me stay up all night to talk about them. Even when we don't want to, we want to go to bed at halftime. So yeah, my how about them Cowboys W goes to Dak Prescott. Welcome back. I'm glad he's healthy. Um, having a healthy quarterback changes the the dynamic of the league, and it's good. It's good for people who watch, and people. Even if you don't even like the cow, I'm not, like I said, this is a cowboy podcast, but just having good quarterback play. Look at these numbers. I mean, Dak threw for 403. Tom Brady threw for 379 yards. Do you know how crazy that sounds? To have two running backs. I mean, even the running between both teams combined was 49 to 52. I've never seen anything like that. 14 attempts to 17 attempts. Dude, I'm coming from an era where the running back used to run like 20 something times a game. You know what I mean? Like, you ran the ball to win. You run the ball to win. You killed the clock. Yada yada yada. So it's I understand it's a quarterback driven league, because quarterbacks are they are the franchise. They are the people that you put on the marquee. They are the people that we watch. We watch Tom Brady versus Dak Prescott. It just as much as we watched as the Buccaneers versus the Cowboys. So Cowboys took a L. Like I said, my how about them Cowboys dub goes to Dak Prescott. Welcome back. You looked phenomenal. I'm going to admit it. He looked great. I'm not even putting an interception on him. Why? Because I mean, it was a drop by CD Lamb. Now and this is the part that you really probably waited for. Now how about them Cowboys L? Congratulations, Greg, the dead leg. I can't believe if he would have made just one field goal. Oh my God, this whole game changes. Nah, I ain't gonna say it because he missed the extra point, I believe. Let me scroll down real quick. Where you at? Don't hide. Don't you hide. Don't you hide. There you are. 3 for 5. Now I'm not sure if it includes extra points, because I'm not sure how ESPN does that thing. But Greg, you had an opportunity to give us the lead so many times, but you even missed the extra point. An extra point changes everything. I mean, Greg, I, golly, Greg. I don't even want to talk about it. Like I said, it's making me mad, because I'm just like, I used to say Greg the leg, but now you're Greg the dead leg. Dead leg Greg. That's what I'm going to call you for the rest of the year. Unless you can literally win us the Super Bowl, or hell, even give us a trip to the Super Bowl on a game winning field goal, you're Greg the dead leg. That's what I'm gonna start calling you. Oh, dead leg Greg. There you go, right there. Dead leg Greg. That's gonna be his name. I hope you, if you guys enjoyed it, you got a little laugh out of that. Put a like in it. Put a like on the video, so that way I need to know. If you like this type of stuff, you just like the way I'm being open and honest about how I feel about the Cowboys. Because, like I said, I want to be real about my Cowboy fandom. I was hoping I could wear my. I might still wear my Cowboy stuff to work tomorrow just because, I'm a Cowboy fan. But I did want to talk about this, though. It's a stinker next week on next Thursday night. We got the New York Football Giants versus the Washington Football Team. Oh my God. As a Cowboy fan, I have no interest in this game at all. Not even a little bit. Not even a little bit. I pretty much despise the football team because they don't even have a name. Not because they don't have a name, because I just despise them. I don't like the Giants either because guess what? Oh, Danny Dimes. Danny drop him. He trash too. He trash. But, somebody got to win. Hopefully they're tied and it won't matter. I won't have to worry about this. But if you guys want to hear me talk about that game, because I actually love football. I love watching football. I love watching a lot of sports. Like I said, this podcast is going to be the lead up to me talking about other sports because I'm a baseball fan. Shout out to the Red Sox. If you haven't watched nothing before me before this podcast, just understand I'm from North Carolina. I love the Cowboys. I'm a Tar Heel fan, and I love the Red Sox just because I hate the Yankees. That's pretty much it. But like I said, as far as football goes, I love watching football. I have no problem doing a weekly thing where I talk about every game, things that I liked. Cause I mean I can't watch every game every time because I don't have red whatever that thing is called. I don't have that, but I can make sure I check highlights, check out stats, and talk about things that I think might have happened. But I can also look at some summaries from ESPN's website and Bleacher Report's website and give my opinion on it. Like I said, I have no problem because I also love going on YouTube and watching highlights of all NFL games just because I love football. Like I said, this is the beginning of the first ever, the inaugural, if you will. If you have a drink in your hand, whether it's water or what I'm drinking or whatever you're drinking, juice, if you will, because I love juice as well. Uh, Cheers to y'all, and thank you for listening. You know what I mean? Cheers. I'm gonna have a sip. Cheers to y'all. Hopefully you enjoyed this. Hopefully you enjoyed this little. Like I said, I'm the realest cowboy podcast out here. I have no aspirations for them to win the Super Bowl. I'll probably end up crying if I did an episode and they did win the Super Bowl. I would probably cry. I'm not even gonna lie. I would probably cry. I may even try to get my father to come to my house to watch the Super Bowl with me, just so I can have that moment with him. Um, but I also, like I said, I watch a lot of sports. I watch NBA and things like that. But also, like I said, this is also, if you're at the end of this podcast, if you made it to this point, first and foremost, thank you. I don't know what. I'm not gonna cry, but I don't know. I don't know what made you listen to this point, but I just want you to know that I appreciate it. I appreciate the fact that you sat around here listening. Like I said, this is not one of the things where you have to watch. I want to do this because I wanted you to be able to listen because I like to listen to things while I'm at work. So this is more of if you're at work and you want to kill that good hour and a half, whatever, however long this has been going. I don't know. But you want to hear about sports and things like that, please, please, please know that I appreciate you. Thank you so much for listening. But I will tell you this as well. I'm also a let's play slash video game slash whatever you want to call it type of channel. I play video games. I put them on my channel. I'm probably gonna put the Primetime podcast starring your boy Flowswell, aka Prime Time, on here because like I said, this is my channel and I enjoy it, and I want to do it because it's fun. Um, this is more like therapy for me. Being able to talk to you guys and reading comments and stuff like that. That brings I ain't gonna say happiness, but it brings enjoyment to me, the fact that someone just even enjoyed it. Um, so I appreciate the fact that you even listened. Matter of fact, let me get off of Greg's line. Screw you, Greg, dead leg Greg. Let me go back up here to old Dak. You like Dak? Um, I yeah, I will do this every week. Like I said, when the Cowboys play. But if you want me hear me to do other teams, if you want me to do a weekly recap, I have no problem doing that as well. It will probably sometimes be just me. It might be me and some of my friends. Like I said, it kind of depends on schedules. Y'all know how things go. But I want to be able to do this on a weekly basis. I want to at least, if I can't do nothing else, I'll do the Cowboys game, because I will, quote unquote, make time to watch the Cowboys play, if you will. And like I said, I appreciate it. Like I said, once again, this is a channel that is just for y'all. It's not really for me. This is therapeutic. I just like to talk. I enjoy being able to just talk and get my thoughts out there in the world. Um, but I really appreciate the fact that you even listened to this video to this point. If you like it, please give it a thumbs up so I know to continue. I mean, I'm going to continue doing this regardless, but give it a like if you enjoyed it. If you laughed, if you said fuck them Cowboys, or fuck Greg's airline, or fuck Tom, or whatever the fuck you said. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is an uncensored thing. Like, I'm going to have fun with it. Like I said, eventually I would like to bring, a couple people that I rock with, because they're Cowboy fans and they're fans of other sports as well, so I can get different takes. But yeah, like I said, I do everything. I play video games. I do let's plays. I do everything. Before you click out and just like, oh god, this dude's just talking now. Like I said, I will try to do a Cowboys reaction after every game. I want to make sure that point is clear. My goal is to do a Cowboy. If you enjoyed this primetime podcast, aka hashtag PTP. If you enjoyed this primetime podcast, I will do this after every game. Will I be drinking? Probably, because the Cowboys make me want to drink. Because if you're a Cowboy fan, you understand. If you're a Cowboy hater, you probably understand too, for some reason. Because there's probably your team out here that makes you just be like, Jesus Christ. But yeah, I just, like I said, if you enjoyed it, like, subscribe to the channel, like I said, so you know you're gonna get this for the next 18 weeks. I don't know how many games in the season anymore. 16, 17. I don't know why I'm saying 18. So 17 weeks. I'm tripping. And of course I'm gonna do the playoffs and the Super Bowl, and I'll do other sports, including the NBA. Baseball is a little rough because they play like sometimes 2 games in one day, so I'm not gonna pretend like I'm gonna do it. But I'll give my impressions of things as they come along. But at the end of the day, like I said, this is just really for y'all to enjoy. Hopefully this gave you something to just laugh about and enjoy. And killed maybe an hour or so, whatever, however long this is of your day, to just kind of get you through your day, to make you feel good. Maybe you laughed at my pain. Hey, it's all good. I understand. I appreciate it. Like I said, this is the Primetime Podcast. Channel is Flowswell. Make sure you subscribe to my channel if you want to. Flowswell. I will be doing this every week. I will also be doing live streams on video games. I might even do a football game on a live stream, depending on how you guys, if you guys enjoy it so much. If I get like 1 or 2, 3, however many likes, I don't know. I'll think about it when it gets here. But if you guys want me to do a instant reaction after the game, and I will record it, and I will use you guys to ask me questions and thought process if you're a Cowboy fan, as we do it live, if you will. I hope, like I said, I just hope you guys enjoyed it. I've enjoyed this. This was fun to me. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Like, comment, subscribe. Like I said, the channels is Flowswell. Twitch TV Flowswell. Instagram actually is Flowswell. Twitter Flowswell. Uh, Follow if you feel like it. Like if you want to. Comment if you feel like it as well. Hope you guys enjoyed this podcast. Like I said, I will be doing this again next week. Um, with the Cowboys. I might do another episode. It depends on how the week goes with the weekend get coming around the corner with the rest of the NFL games. Because I mean, now the Cowboys played, I got time on Sunday, if you will. I might even do college, depending on if there's some types of upsets. By the way, screw Alabama. I'm pretty sure I got a thumbs down right now, but screw Alabama. I don't like Alabama. Shout out to my brodies. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Thank you for even listening to this point. I know I'm probably rambling. Like I said, I'm an emotional type of person, so sometimes I put my feelings out here because, like I said, this is therapeutic for me. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day, night, whenever you listen to this. You guys take it easy. Peace.